as a love kiss stay in my memory.
Where do you fall? Stop!
Mr. Maskell.
If you come to see Baby, you're in luck. She's awake. But then she always is. Man can't get any rest. Hey, best go in.
Thanks.
Oh, go on now. Go on out to play.
Hello.
Oh, Dr. Rowan!
Have I come at a bad time?
Nay. You brought her into the world. You've every right to see her.
Well, I'll just take a quick look. Doesn't anyone help out?
Well, Alan and Lizzie do what they can. It's down to me at finish. It was no joke before, but now with another. If I fell pregnant again, I don't know what I'd do.
Does your husband know how you feel?
Doesn't want to know, more like.
But have you talked it over with him?
I tried. Well, it's not something you do, not with a man like mine. Nor is he the kind of man you turn your back on in bed, neither.
You don't have to get pregnant, you know. Not if you don't want to. Have you heard about the pill?
Like I said, there wasn't nothing I could do.
It could be a valuable animal, this. How about the hiker? Did you speak to him?
I didn't hang about. They were that gone with drink, you wouldn't know what day it was. Drunken maniac. But right, he was the one that ought to have copped it.
It says here that they were that close to nabbing Charlie Wilson till he slipped through net. You see, should have had me with him.
Great trade, Robert. You wouldn't know where to start, so...
All right, lads.
Hey, you.
Nothing like an early start, eh, Rowan? And this is nothing like an early start.
I had an RTA to deal with, Sergeant, way up on Colby Moor. It was rather peculiar. An accident caused by a drunken hiker.
Another one.
Another one what?
Drunks. We've had reports.
Drunks?
Aye, Rowan, drunks. Leastways up on the moor, they're harmless, as a rule. Right, now, on to real business. I've had the divisional inspector on the phone. The new one. The one they call the career killer. And he's coming here on the 27th to inspect this station. Bellamy, Ventris, you'll be in charge of paperwork and files, and Rowan, you'll be personally responsible for the station inventory. Nothing shows up worse than a false inventory, Rowan. It suggests pilfering, insider thieving. Foul it up, and there's trouble for all of us, but mainly for you. As for cleaning up the station itself, which Ventris treats like a dustbin, you can safely leave that to me. Carry on, lads.
I don't think you should get involved.
Oh, thanks a bunch.
Why ask what I think if you don't want to hear it?
Look, Mrs. Maskell is 39. She's had 6 kids. She's dead on her feet. With a selfish, ignorant husband who won't give her the time of day.
I know how you feel.
It's how she feels, not me.
What you call help, others might call interfering.
In London, we helped any number of women in Susan's situation.
We're not in London, Kate.
So I'm supposed to forget I'm a doctor and keep my mouth shut for fear I might rock the boat.
I'm just thinking of that husband of hers.
Helping a woman to help herself is no big deal, is it?
She asked Ferrenby to put her on the bill.
Susan can't cope with Alex. Not with something so personal.
But he's her doctor, not you.
Yes, but he's a man.
Yeah, well, I hope it works out. You all right, mate?
Come on, Charles, time to go home.
Who's that, George?
Charles Holroyd. Getting to be a habit, this.
Right, there's a hill farmer called Potter. And it's definitely his round. Oh, the other side of Colby Moor. He travelled a bit, didn't he? When would he like to come over? Yeah, Tuesday's fine, yeah. All right, yeah, I'll be here after lunch. OK, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
That was Eltering Police. Dead ram case solved. What's so funny?
The mystery of the dead ram. The case of the murdered budgie, the lost sixpence. Gripping stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you forgot about the forged pig movement order and the village dog dustbin conspiracy.
What?
I'll tell you later.
A couple of months ago, it was bank robbers, gang wars, clip joints, big city excitement.
Yeah, that was different. I'm beginning to feel like I'm part of something here. I never had that feeling in London.
You're lucky.
Are you still pining for your emergency Wall 10 stuff?
I can live without that. But I'd like to feel part of something, too.
Well, it will happen.
No, it won't. You have to make it happen. And believe me, I will. I'm off to catch Alex before he does his rounds. Wish me luck.
You got it.
Constable, my name's Holroyd. It's my husband. He's missing. He left yesterday evening and I haven't seen him since.
Still living dangerously, Alex?
What?
Smoking. Bad at any age, lethal at yours.
I've seen off more than my share of non-smokers in my time, Kate.
I thought doctors were supposed to inspire a life wish, not a death wish.
Well, in your perfect world, perhaps. But in mine, we're all too fallible. Now, what brings you here?
I saw Mrs. Maskell yesterday.
Ah, yeah. Baby's doing well, eh? Which is more than I can say for the mother.
I think she's cracking up, Alex.
Has he ever stayed away before?
Yes, sometimes, when he goes fishing. But he's always back for breakfast. This morning he wasn't.
Well, isn't it a bit soon to be worrying?
I don't think so.
Where does he usually go to fish?
The reservoir on Colby Moor.
And do you ever go with him?
No, we have different interests. Well, he's older, you see, retired. I have my part-time job.
Where's that?
At the bank in Ashfordley.
Is your husband A drinking man?
Not particularly. Oh, one or two now and then, same as anybody, but... Why?
Well, I saw him in the pub last night. He looked like he'd had one too many.
Well, that's not like him. He's just not that kind of man, Mr. Owen.
I think I'd better have a look up on Colby Moor.
Well, of course she's run down. That's perfectly natural for a woman who's just given birth.
What about her mental state? Perk up after a spoonful of tonic, will it?
What do you mean?
She can't cope as it is. Another pregnancy...
I agree that would be best avoided.
Have you told her husband that?
Maskell refuses point blank to discuss anything to do with contraception.
Why?
Oh, heaven knows. Some irrational belief. It somehow threatens his virility, I suppose. But it doesn't matter why. It's how the man is.
And that's it. End of story.
Kate, you have been away long enough to qualify as an outsider. You must accept that I know what is best for my patients.
What's more important? Walter Maskell's hang-ups or Susan's dire medical need, one you can help right now by putting her on the pill?
You expect the Maskells to behave like responsible adults, some hope.
Susan Maskell is a responsible adult. All she needs is our support.
Kate, the pill has moral and medical implications I haven't even begun to consider yet.
And Susan, what about her?
Very well. I'll call Mrs. Maskell in for an examination. But I would prescribe the pill on only one condition, and that is that Walter Maskell agrees.
I'm not content to be with you in the daytime. Girl, I want to be with you all of the time. The only time I feel alright is by your side. Girl, I want to be with you all of the time, all day and all of the night. All day and all of the night. All day and all of the night. I believe that you and me last forever. Oh yeah, all day and night I'm yours, leave me never. The only time I feel alright is by your side. Girl, I want to be with you all of the time, all day and all of the night. All day and all of the night. Oh, come on!
Taking the bike for a stroll, Constable?
Damn thing's packed up.
Let's come inside then.
I can't leave it.
George, Harry, Fred, come on. Give the Constable a hand. Don't worry, Constable. We'll have you out of there in a jiffy.
Thank you.
No, this one's on the house, Constable.
Thank you.
You're new, aren't you?
Yeah. Village Bobby at Aidensfield, PC Rowan.
Arnold Merriweather. So what's brought you up to Colby? It's a bit out of your way, ain't it?
A missing person. Chap called Holroyd. He lives in Aidensfield.
Oh, aye, I know him. I've not seen him up here, though. Just some drunken hiker.
Well, it's true what I've heard, then. About drunken hikers on Colby Moor.
If I had £1 for every hiker I've picked up drunk on this moor, I wouldn't be driving this bus.
Where do they get the booze?
Don't ask me. Hey, perhaps there's something worth bottling in the air out there.
The electrics on the bike are packed up. Any chance of sorting it out?
Why me?
Why not?
Haven't the police got their own mechanics?
Yeah, but you'd be a lot quicker and my sergeant, he'd never know I drowned my bike.
So what's it worth?
I'll see you all right, don't worry.
All right. I'm thinking of setting up in business myself. A small garage like. Well, I want to get out of this place.
Well, I'm sure you will if you want to enough.
It ain't dead easy. Comes from being a copper, Arrow.
I wasn't always a copper, you know. In my teens, I was in a bit of bother with the law myself.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, luckily it never came to much.
So did you end up in uniform?
Pushing the right direction. Made all the difference.
And there was me thinking coppers were born and not made. Well, leave it with me. I'll see you later.
Yeah, cheers.
Do you wipe your feet? Make sure you do.
Who's she?
Mrs. Parkin, Blaketon's new groom.
Pete!
PC, Roland. I wanted you here first thing, sorting out that inventory.
I had to go up to Colby Moor, Sergeant.
What? Another dead ram?
A missing person. His wife was worried, and I knew for a fact the man was drunk when last seen.
Right, well, leave that and pop round to the North and Provincial Bank. The manager wants a word with you.
What about, Sergeant?
Mr. Carter is an important man. And important men only deal with important matters, don't they?
What about the inventory, Sergeant? Mrs. Holroyd, I've come to see Mr. Carter. I had a look around the reservoir on Colby Moor. There was no sign of your husband.
I thought as much.
You circulated a description. Are you sure he didn't mention he'd be away?
No.
He didn't take a suitcase with him?
Why do you ask?
Well, it could be he left home. And people do walk out sometimes.
Walk out on me? That's an absurd notion, it really is. I'll make sure Mr. Carter knows you're here.
You know a lad called Alan Maskell?
Yeah?
Yeah, he's made an application for a loan. Start-up money for a motorbike repair shop.
Yeah, he's keen to go into business for himself.
Question is, can the bank have confidence in the lad?
He knows the job, if that's what you mean.
Oh, I'm sure he does. But a lad of his type and background, young tearaway, bad family situation. Hardly the type to inspire confidence, is it?
You know we're not supposed to give references. But I trust him, and I think you can too.
Has he ever been in trouble with the police?
Yeah, but only what sticks to any kid with a lively mind and not enough to occupy it.
I see.
Look, he's keen to get on. Now, he's got the skill and the intelligence to make a go of it. So why not give him a chance? Believe me, you won't regret it, Mr. Carter.
Thank you very much for your time, Constable.
Not at all.
See you later.
Bye.
Hurry along then.
Hold tight. Next stop, Aidensfield. Stairs, please. Lay down!
Filthy beggar! Well, he's only exposed himself to Hannah, that's what.
I saw him counting it out. It's fair like. Only it weren't hand to hand. He were putting it on his... laying it out. I'm sorry, Mr. Rowan. I don't want to think on it no more.
It's all right, Miss Davis. Did you recognise the man?
Not me, Mr. Rowan.
No, I never saw him before. And I know everyone who uses our bus.
How about the other passengers?
Same there. Asked each and every one.
Where you picked him up? Does anybody live round that part of Colby Moor?
No, not there. On the other side, over Eltringham way, maybe, but it's not part of our route.
This man wasn't a tourist, a hiker?
No. You can always tell moorland folk, Mr. Rowan, and this chap were definitely from the moors.
Oh, well, thanks for your help. We'll be in touch, okay?
Goodbye.
Doing something like that. On Merryweather's coaches. And to an innocent young girl like Hannah Hyde.
Okay?
Yeah, great. Let's hope this is the start of something.
Oh, the bike repair shop. I doubt it. Still haven't heard from the bank. I reckon they're gonna knock me back.
I wouldn't be too sure. I had a little chat with your bank manager about you.
Oh, aye? What did you tell him?
More than you deserve, I reckon.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Owen. And don't worry, I won't let you down.
It wouldn't be me you'd be letting down, Alan. It'd be yourself.
I'd have to do that, wouldn't I? It'll work. I know it will. It's exciting, really, being my own boss. Well, there's nothing else for the young in Aidensfield, is there? See ya.
Thanks a lot.
Colby Moor. Was he drunk?
There's certainly something up there that gets to people, Sergeant. Do you want me to take another look?
No. Ring the other stations. Someone must know this pervert. Creatures of habit, Rowan. If he's done it once, he'll do it again. And remember, today's flasher is tomorrow's rapist, and I want him caught. Do you understand?
Yes, Sergeant.
Oh, Rowan. Any problems with the inventory?
Not so far, Sergeant. A cup of tea, chaps?
Can't. She's done away with mugs.
Mrs. Parkin? Where are the mugs?
They're soaking in bleach to kill the germs. Hey, none of that. Not in my station.
Where did Blaketon find her?
Wormley Prison.
What, an ex-con?
No, she was chief domestic.
Poor devils.
The station pushbike. Anyone seen it?
It's not in the garage.
There's no sign of it anywhere.
Booked out for repairs.
Not in the service log.
It's an old relic, Nick. Hasn't been used in years. Bit like Alf there.
It's not the point. The pushbike's on the inventory. They expect to find a pushbike here. Turn the place upside down until you find it.
All right, chaps. Mr. Carter, I thought I recognised your car.
Hello, Mr. Owen.
All right.
Yes, fine, thanks. Just pulled in for a chat. Just leaving, as a matter of fact.
Oh, well, good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mrs. Holroyd.
Mr. Maskell,
Who the hell do you think you are? Interfering.
you better come inside.
What I've got to say, I'll say out here. You come here out of bloody nowhere and start telling us how to live our lives.
I was born round here. And in any case, I'm just trying to help.
No, you're not. You're prying into things that don't concern you. Now, you might be able to sweet-talk old Ferrenby.
Dr. Ferrenby agreed.
It's not to do with you. Muck about with your own life, not mine.
You don't need me to muck up your life, Mr. Maskell. You do a very good job of it all on your own.
I'm telling you, you don't come round mine shaking sex pills under my wife's nose again.
You're a stupid, ignorant man. Why don't you behave like an adult?
Kate, you still with us?
Sorry, I was miles away.
What's up?
Susan Maskell. I think I really dropped her in it. You were right, I shouldn't have got involved.
But you're only trying to help. It's like me with Alan.
Yes, but that worked out. You've got standing. Me, I'm just an interfering housewife.
It's not that simple, love. I'll have to tell Blaketon.
You can't.
It can't be covered up. Not with an official inspection on the way. Anyway, it's not worth it for some old bike that should be on the scrappy.
It's not the value, it's Blaketon. He's responsible for police property.
Well, he bought it. Blayton's blotter is marked at HQ for negligence.
Oh, he'll carry the can fine, but we'll get the stick.
So what's to do?
It's obvious. We find another bike, right?
Mr. Blaketon has asked me to stay on here regular. If I do, you'll see some changes round here, I can tell you.
Had a word with your mate this morning.
What, mate?
That carter from the bank, he turned me down. Bastard thinks I'm a bad risk.
But I spoke up for you. I thought you'd get the loan easy.
Looks like it. Should have known. Your night if your face don't fit in a dump like this. First chance to get am off. Two of a kind, you and Carter. You wear different uniforms, but you're all the bloody same at things.
Take a seat, Mr. Ron. You said it was urgent.
It's about Alan Maskell. And why did you turn him down for a loan?
The bank has limited funds. We can't dish out loans to everyone who asks.
So in spite of what I said, you still think it's a bad risk?
Each application is considered on its merits, and you intimated that he was, what's the phrase, known to the police.
And I told you it didn't amount to anything.
Even so.
Now, what's so bad about him? His character? His background? The fact that he's been a bit wild as a kid? We're none of us perfect, are we? We all have our faults. Even you, Mr. Carter.
If you're referring to Mrs. Holroyd...
Now, that's your business. But you obviously give yourself the benefit of the doubt in matters of personal conduct. So why not do the same for Alan Maskell? Did your husband know about you and...
I think so. I didn't want him to find out. I didn't want to admit it to myself, I suppose.
Well, that would obviously explain his absence.
Yes. What happens now, Mr. Owen?
Well, if your husband has left you, then he's not a missing person. It's not a police matter.
Oh, I see. It's not what I wanted. To lose him like this. And over something that's bound to pass.
Yeah, well, maybe he knows that.
I hope so.
you go over and see me mum, Mrs. Rowan?
Is she all right?
Dad gave her a bit of a going over.
Oh, God.
Dr. Fernby sorted both of them.
Both of them?
Dad got knocked about too. Got a taste of his own medicine.
Who from?
The man's an animal. It's the only thing he understands.
Oh, no, Alan, he's not. He's ignorant and confused, and most of all, he's frightened.
Look, will you go over? For Mum's sake.
Of course I will. Hold on.
The flasher. It's Potter.
The one with the dead ram?
That day when he flashed on the bus, he was obviously on his way to see me. No wonder he never arrived.
And the conductress, she identified him.
It's got to be Potter. He fits the details I got from Eltering Police. They say he's a recluse, a real oddball. He hardly ever shows his face except for the odd market now and then.
Right. Bike up there, get a statement. The sooner this pervert's put away, the better.
Girl, you really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. See, don't ever set me free. I always wanna be by your side. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me.
Hello, Mr. Maskell. I've come to see your wife. I'll not leave here till I do.
In the kitchen.
Hello, Susan.
Now then, Constable.
Mrs. Potter?
Eh?
P.C. Rowan from Aidensfield.
Aidensfield? Oh, it'll be about the top then, the one that was killed.
The ram?
Huh?
No, I'm looking for Mr. Potter.
Well, you'd best come in then.
It was when he came home from the pub, and I wouldn't let him in bed like. I only wanted him to hold off until Dr. Ferrenby'd fix me up.
Didn't he at least listen to you?
I've done talking, Doctor. I've told him I'm going on the pill and that's final. Them kids need me up and doing, not wrecked and flat on my back. And if he can't understand that, then he can bugger off out of our lives.
He was out after them pregnant ewes. Beggars for straying that long. Real loss it will when they fetch that tub down.
And Mr. Potter was on the Edensfield Road earlier today, then?
Aye. That'll be him now. Jack, Mr. Rowan, he's come all the way from Edensfield to see you.
Edensfield?
That's right.
Yeah, but you were supposed to come and see it the other day. About that tub.
Yeah, Mr. Potter, I believe on Tuesday last you boarded the Edensfield bus on Colby Moor.
Aye.
The conductress on that bus has made a complaint against you.
I never meant no harm, Constable.
Well, you may think it was nothing, but the woman was very distressed.
I'm sorry.
Well, sorry's not enough. I'm now going to charge you, Mr. Potter. You are not obliged to say anything unless...
Who the hell invited you in here?
I've come to apologise for what I said at the house the other night.
Well, don't expect the same from me. I meant everything I said.
Fair enough. So we know where you stand. Now, how about listening to my side?
I know all about your side. I know what you're about. Teaching her to deny me my rights. Turn her against her own man. Not that I'd amount to such after your pills and potions had done their job.
I've asked Susan to join us.
Well, fuck. So you can gang up against me.
So we can have a cup of tea. I could use one. Look, you're right, Mr. Maskell. Your private life isn't my business. But you and your family's health is. Now, if your wife has another baby, it may kill her.
No, I'm not having all this.
Please hear me out. The contraceptive pill is not witchcraft. Not something that'll make you less of a man. Or turn Susan against you. It's not there to cause problems, it's there to solve them.
You're very clever with words, Mrs. Doctor.
I can help you and Susan. But you have to give a little. Consider what's best not just for you, but for her. And for the whole family.
You've got all the answers, haven't you?
In this case, some of them, yes. Give me 5 minutes of your time and I'll explain what this pill is and what it does.
5 minutes.
Then you're more than welcome to kick me out.
Sit down.
If that don't beat hen racing. She thought I'd do something like that.
Yeah, well, I think Miss Davis is a bit, you know, inexperienced.
What's she again? A man or a blooming short-horn bull? I've a good mind to enter myself at Ashfordley Shore.
Why did you run away?
He's always been terrible shy.
I keep myself to myself. And look, folk don't like looking at a man that's deformed. Have some more cordial.
It's certainly very fruity.
Fruits of the earth, nature's bounty.
Oh, that were blackberry. Wait till you try it rosehip.
Would you like some to take with you?
Well...
Oh, go on. It's all right. I've got plenty. Go on, take a couple.
Well, maybe for the station Christmas raffle. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye now. Oh, be careful.
Cheers.
My boy lollipop, you made my heart go giddy up. You are as sweet as candy. You're my sugar dandy. Oh, my boy lollipop, never, never leave me. Because it would grieve me. My heart told me so.
Oh, what's he put in that stuff?
Go.
Well, we'll have to wait for post-mortem. It's obvious. Olroyd topped himself.
Real spooky the way his weight dragged down that overhead branch.
Aye. You all right, Rowan?
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock.
We'll just concentrate on Potter. I take it you charged him?
Charged him? What with?
What with? Indecent exposure, lad.
Have a look and judge for yourself, Sergeant.
Stupid bloody woman.
Well, she made a mistake.
Aye. And bigger than most.
Hey, Phil.
What's that?
Have a look at these.
Yeah? What's that?
Another mystery solved. The drunken hikers.
Yeah?
Potter's been flogging them his own brew.
No. Really? Hey, it's good stuff.
Don't even think about it. One sniff and it's good night, Irene.
Hey, have you told Blake to?
Not yet.
I'll be getting back now.
Yeah, Mr. Potter, just a minute. This so-called fruit cordial of yours, the stuff you've been selling to the hikers.
Aye.
Well, it's against the law without an excise licence.
I never knew.
I should really make a report.
I don't want no trouble.
But a caution may well be enough.
If it's out I can do, put things right.
Well, this bicycle of yours.
What about it?
I'd like to borrow it.
Yeah, I need it to get about.
Get about where? You hardly ever leave your farm.
Well, no, but sometimes...
So, you won't mind if we hang on to it for a while, will you? I mean, those customs and excise, they're not like us coppers. They're hard men. Barely human, some of them.
You're a pretty hard man yourself, Mr. Owen.
Me? No. I'm a pussycat, Mr. Potter.
That all seems satisfactory.
Thank you, sir.
The inventory, Sergeant.
PC, run!
Right. Where shall we start?
This way, sir.
Here. She can't go in there. I think I've seen everything I need to see. You run a very tight ship here, Sergeant. You and your men should be congratulated.
We do our best, sir.
And a very good best it is, too. In these out-of-the-way country sections, it's all too easy for laxity to set in.
Have to go through me first, sir.
Isn't that your office, Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
I'm just having a little, tidy up, gents.
You can get through that door. You could come home and have some potato pie with me.
It's all right, Mrs. Parkin.
Because I
Here we
make
go.
a very good potato pie.
Mind your head.
Yes. And
Come on, Mrs. Parkin.
What?
That's it.
Yes.
In you get.
Thank you.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
In.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, good night.
And we could have some. Where are you gone? Why are you coming at home?
Sad, really. But I had a feeling she wouldn't fit in.
How did she know about Potter's booze?
Don't know. She must have heard one of us talking about it.
Yeah, that cupboard's kept locked.
Somebody must have left a key lying about, I expect.
careless. Mrs. Holroyd? I'm sorry.
Thank you. I keep asking myself why you did it. You must have known I loved him. Even though I wasn't in love with him. He was no good man, and I never meant to hurt him. You can't pick and choose the bits of a marriage that work. Can you?
Hello. There's a lot of fence mending going on in the Maskell household right now.
They'd be all right.
Oh, too soon to say. But at least they're trying.
I thought you might like to know I spoke to Mr. Carter again. Wants to see me. Any idea why?
Well, maybe he wants to give you a loan.
Why would he want to do that?
Well, you're a good risk, aren't you?
Or maybe you had words.
No, not me.
Thanks.
What have you been up